Hey guys, I'm gonna show you how to wire your AC unit to your computer properly, or at least halfway properly. So basically, if you purchase one of these aftermarket ACs from Jeep or whatever company you get, it's really dumb because there's no auto up control for your engine. And whenever you turn the AC on, your compressor kicks on, your engine bogs down and it goes down to like 500 or probably even worse for a 4-cylinder. But they said, oh, we don't have any problems with the 6-cylinders ever doing that. Well, if you got low compression like me or whatever, it bogs down. And I fixed that now with the computer because this one is a 94 Jeep, and it's really aggravating also if you're driving stick like I am too, because it's always bogging down and my synchros are bad and all of that. So you got wired into the computer so your computer can idle up and do whatever it needs to do and all that good stuff. So basically, this aftermarket AC, it's nice, it works good and everything, just the wiring is just god awful. Like, they just completely skipped every step and went straight to the compressor. It's really stupid. Now what it does is, whenever turn your fan on, your compressor on, you would they say go from a cigarette lighter, and you want to put it on ignition basically, and you get voltage. These are just switches, so the voltage goes here to these knobs and doodads and good stuff. Then it literally goes straight to the compressor from there on in. I mean, it's got other stuff like a fuse back here too. I don't know if you can see it or whatever, but yeah, I got an inline fuse. But the fuse doesn't really make sense also because, like I said, would make sense. It's before all this, so it is fused, so that's good. And it literally would feed it through the firewall somehow. Damn it, I spilled my beer. That's no good. Alright, I guess my Jeep got thirsty. So you get it through the firewall of some means, and I don't know, I think well, the wire's not there anymore. But I had a wire going, I had to fix all those wires, shit. But it will go straight through the firewall all the way down, or whatever way you want to have it. It will go straight to this pressure switch. I think it was a low pressure, what the diagram said. I think it was a high pressure though. And we go here and go straight to the compressor, and it would kick on. That's all fine and dandy until your engine starts bogging down, like I said, and that's no bueno. Now to fix that, what you would want to do is wire it to the computer. And if you do that, the computer is already connected to everything, like all your fuel trims and all that good stuff. So the computer would change the whatever stuff and it'll change this idle air control valve and these fuel injectors and whatever doodads you need to give your engine all the good nutrients it needs to run good while your compressor is on, because it's an unexpected load whenever you wire straight there. The computer don't know what the hell's going on and it just bogs down. Now whenever you wire it to the computer, it will adjust for those things and will idle how it needs to, rather than bogging down, throwing everything off, and then you just can't drive it very good. So basically, you have to wire, you know, your evaporator and these switches to your computer, so I don't know what to do. Now, I have this wiring diagram in this Chilton book that I have, and it does a pretty good job showing how it works. A lot of this stuff is already it's already done for you in the Jeep, so you really don't have to trace it down very much. There's I believe three main things, or three or four main connections that you have to do to get it to idle up correctly. And let's see, what are those? A couple of things. So basically, it's finding this freaking plug. This plug is kind of more difficult to find if you're like me. So, well, I don't know what this plug does. It could be cruise control or something. I don't know. So, I don't mind that. I have all this taken apart. So this plug right here, or however it goes, is the same plug right here. Let's see, with those 5 connections. Now, if you have the aftermarket one, the way they have you wire it, you really only need 2 wires, the A and F from the bottom, when you flip it up that way or whatever. Which on these is the baby blue and the blue and yellow. And the baby blue is this one right here, 27, goes to the firewall, 6 to A, right over here. And what's going on is your voltage is coming from the ignition, because you want it to the ignition, goes to C, to there, which is, I think, the green one on this plug, which is C right there, I believe, or D, either way. Something like that. I believe black is the ground. Yeah, black's D, which is the ground, I believe. Something like that, which, if you have the original thing, this would be easy. You could just plug it in, but nope, they have to make it difficult. And what would be better, because this is a power source from the ignition. I wish I had wire this straight to the, which I probably still could. I might do that. To here, rather than having it how they say, they just make you wing it, and they don't tell you where it's wire, and they just say it's from some sort of ignition source, which is the main one that you know is the cigarette lighter. If you don't have one, then I guess that's the best way to do it. And there's a fuse. Alright, I have this off, but I gotta fix it. Fuse right here that they give you for the aftermarket, and I have it all too much wire. I gotta cut it. Yep. And that's that plug. And on the forums, they tell you that all you have to do is plug your evaporator straight to here, to this fuse box, and it would go there and kind of up there. You can't really, up there there's 2 wires. That's for the older YJs and CJs and whatever, which would work for those, but this is a later 90s. It's a 94 model right here. I think the 95, 93s, whatever, works that way. Now, on these older, more plug and play type vehicles, it is like that on the forums. So look, and that's what I was talking about. Your AC right here, and there's another one right there going to AC. That goes straight right there. And it goes to the ignition module and whatnot on these. But we have an ECU on ours, so it's a little more complicated. Not that much more complicated, but you know, because it's still 90s. OBD1. Let's see, where was it? Oh yeah, this plug. So this baby blue one goes straight to the computer. This one is this wire. It goes to C. No wait, my bad. It goes to F. F1. Someone's turning around in my yard. And 1. It goes there, whatever. I don't know where that plug is at all. It goes to the pressure switch, and you can see that because this is blue and yellow. Which does it say that on the diagram? No, it says blue and black. But it's blue and yellow on these particular vehicles. And let's see. That's the pressure switch I was talking about. And I have it just temporarily wire netted in for now. On this side, you can see it is in fact, blue and yellow wire. That's where, on this side of the engine, is these plugs, which is this little house looking thing, and that's your pressure switch. And I think it would go like back here or whatever, I don't know. And this piece, this is straight to your compressor. And it was right here, but I have the aftermarket thing, so it has this and it won't fit. So I just butt connected it in, and it works. I'll dress it up whenever I get the chance. And yeah, you got these 2 wires that proves that your pressure switch. And the diagram says it's a low pressure switch, but I think it's high pressure because my fan wasn't on, and then it would kick off because probably too much pressure building up. I think the low pressure is over there. I'm not sure. Something like that. It's just a pressure switch. And let's see. Yeah, and then this one will go back to the computer. It doesn't matter which way you do it. It's a switch. It just sends, it connects like a light switch. You know, that's all. That goes back to the computer or whatever. Which, now that I remember, this is brown and red. Yeah, that goes to number 28 pin on the computer. 27 is the blue one. And those are positive wires that you send to the computer. So the positives coming from the ignition to here, and it would connect here, but freaking idiots don't know how to sell a good product, and they say, oh, it's easier. We took all the difficult stuff out, but they just made it more difficult because you can't drive with anything with AC on. And yeah, I have these 2 for right now. I'll figure out later. That's the baby blue I was talking about. It goes straight to the computer. That's the one that goes straight. This blue and yellow goes straight to the pressure switch. This black wire, because I have the aftermarket thing, and it goes straight from the ignition I was talking about. That's the positive wire, and it's sending voltage. All you have to do is send voltage straight to the computer on these 2 wires, these inside ones. They're on these 2 bottom ones, blue and yellow, and blue, baby blue. Those go straight to 27 and 28 right here. Now 34, which I guess I'm done talking about the evaporator, I guess. If you can figure out how to do the fan stuff, all that comes with the aftermarket one. But I would rather connect it to this, and you know, if you get the diagram, you could probably figure that out. You just I would hook this green one right here straight to there. You know all that stuff. So I guess that's on the evaporator side. When you get to the outside for the compressor, that's coming from 34. So the computer needs these 2 signals. That's the signal saying, hey, I need some cooling, turn the AC on. And then that one's saying, hey, no, watch out. Pressure switch says no. So it's got to get it from both of these. That's practically what you're doing whenever you send voltage on both these wires right here, blue and baby blue and blue and yellow. Which, you know, remember, it's going back out to the pressure switch. So all of that is done for you already. Whenever you have this right here, which I'll sell this or something if you get up with me. I'll give it to you for free. How about that? Just pay shipping. And this piece too, I'll give it to you too. I don't need it. You got this here fuse power thing. You know what it's called. Can't remember. Fuse box. Power supply. You got the AC relay. That I have a relay in right here. You can see that's mine because it's aftermarket. You have the factory ones. There are wires going here. And you can see this. You don't have to take all this apart. Just know it's right here. And that's what the computer is doing whenever it gets the signals from those. It sends voltage over here to this relay, and then that clicks on, and it sends power probably from just the actual positive, I guess, because that signal is doing the solenoid on that thing. Turn it on and you get a power switch and it's going. So I don't know why there's a fuse. I don't see a fuse for the AC. I don't know. Someone's cutting the grass, so I guess I'll hurry this up. So that sends power here, turns on your compressor clutch, and I will show you what it looks like when it works properly rather than bogging down. And it's just like any other car you drive with a normal factory AC. So basically, I'm going to put this in neutral. Oh, this still works, I hope. There you go, that's your tachometer and whatnot. Now I'm going to turn on the AC. It's sending voltage to the computer whenever I turn this switch. And you'll see it now. Does it bog down? Not a bit. If anything, sometimes it'll go up a little bit, but it don't bog down and aggravate the crap out of you when you're trying to drive this monstrosity of a machine. And it works good, it blows cold. And then it does that. Click on. And you can hear the delay in the computer doing its magic and giving the engine its nutrients and stuff that it needs. And yeah, that is how you wire it to the computer. Now if you're like me and you want to have an electric fan, you need to wire your electric fan through the AC, which is pretty simple. I have mine where the relay grounds through this right here, or this grounds and gives the relay power over there, which I'm using that relay. I gotta get another relay. It grounds it and clicks that solenoid, sends power to the fan. Now what you can do is, let's see, you can get another relay, and whenever it's positive, you can make it where it's all, you can get another relay and make it permanently grounded, and then like whenever your compressor kicks on, you just splice it into this wire, and then it goes, turns the relay, and then turns the fan on, which is just another. But you gotta connect it to this somehow. I forgot. It's something like that. You'd have to figure that out on your own. Or you can get one of these. I got mine from Jigs. It's a little AC adapter thing. And you can get a pressure switch. I don't know. The only problem is I don't know what pressure switch to get. I think you can literally just get one for a house AC or an industrial, normal, residential, or whatever AC. And that you can make it where it grounds, and you can use the same relay, so it'll have two grounds. Whenever that grounds, the fan turns on. Which that would be more ideal, because when you're going down the highway, you don't really need your fan on. And yeah, that's about it. If you have any more questions, comment below. Do all that. That's my only YouTube video. And yeah, thank you.